My name is Lauren Dotson, and I chose to do my report on a book written by author and theologian Eugene H. Peterson. In reality, the thesis of this book is summarized best by its extremely long yet simple title, A Long Obedience in the Same Direction, Discipleship in an Instant Society. This title actually reminds me of those fairy tales we are told as children. The ones where the protagonist is warned to keep the clear yet narrow path, but they, either in search of greater excitement or after being tempted to move away from the path they are on, soon deter from the direction they were specifically told to follow. Some may eventually return to their original course, but others will give up completely on the idea of long obedience in the same direction. Unfortunately, these fairy tales have more in common with the Christian walk than many believers would ever want to realize. However, there are thankfully men and women of God like Eugene H. Peterson who, after spending years of their own lives on this long journey of obedience, take the time to remind, teach, and exemplify how to follow God and with our hearts and minds set on eternity, not on the distractions that thrive in our society today. The first insight that I gained from this book is in the chapter concerning humility and Psalms 131. In this chapter, Peterson explains that in the beginning of our walk with God, in our Christian infancy, we are like a newborn baby who cries for its mother's milk. In short, we are grabbing at God out of desperation. Thankfully, God does not let us stay in this relationship this way in our relationship with Him. Peterson goes on to say that God will wean us, and even though we may fuss and scream for a while, God knows that when this growing period ends, we will be like a baby content in its mother's arms. I think this imagery is so beautiful, and reading this has without a doubt encouraged me to see this quiet contentment and trust in my relationship with God. The second thing I have gained is from the last chapter of the book, and it is concerning the word blessing. Peterson highlights something that I have definitely struggled with at times, and I believe the technique he shared will be helpful for me as I grow. He reminds us that feelings should never run the show when it comes to Christian worship, even though there will be times when we are just not in the mood, which is something I struggle with. Peterson explains that this emotional reluctance should not keep us from praising God. Instead, Peterson says that during these times we cannot command our hearts. We should take charge of our physical capacities and lift our arms in blessing. He says that just maybe your heart will get the message and be lifted up in praise also. In the end, a long obedience in the same direction, discipleship in an instant society, has so much to offer, and I'm really glad that I chose this book. Thank you.